Hello and welcome to another edition of the Get Wrecked podcast. We are coming to you live via tape delay from Studio 26 here in Stephen's garage next to his house.
Alright.
Joining me as always is Stephen Smith.
Hello.
I'm your host, Joe Fisher, and we are here to talk about the divine performance art known as professional wrestling.
Yep.
Doing a wee extra show here because WrestleMania is coming up, and so comes with it a busy weekend of the old wrestling.
Aye.
Two
shows.
More than that as well. There's like every day.
Two shows that I care about.
There's WrestleMania. There's BARRAMANIA, which we're going to. There's Evolve. We've got fucking like 27 shows on this space of like 3 days. Ring of Honor is tonight.
What?
Tonight is Friday. We're recording this on Friday. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
There's shut down.
There's the old Facebook going off. Hold on. Right. Where would you care to start, Stephen Smith?
Why don't we get all the other stuff out the way and then talk about WrestleMania
Right.
at the end?
I watched an Evolve show on a laptop while I was driving to England. I was not driving, don't worry. I was the passenger of a car that was driving to England.
How did that go?
The drive or the show?
Both, I guess.
Drive was fine. Show was fine. I just I like to see as many different people and different stuff as possible. So this led to me watching Evolve 38.
Yep.
Which was mostly set up for their I think they've got 3 shows, or 2 or 3 shows this weekend as part of WrestleMania weekend, like in the Bay Area in California. So I ended up seeing a bunch of people that I'd never seen, a bunch of people that I'd seen once or twice, a bunch of people I've seen bazillions of times. It was mixed.
Just in quality?
Yeah. None of it was bad, just some of it was a bit meh. But apparently this was a kind of late put together show and was mostly served as build up for the WrestleMania show stuff. Like WrestleMania weekend stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense that it wasn't all a home run. But we started off with Biff Busick, who I like a lot. He's pretty awesome. He's a kind of technical brawler type.
Right.
Sort of Cesaro, Finlay, William Regal type kind of fighter man. He beat Martin Stone, star of TNA British Boot Camp.
Aye, I know that person.
Aye, it was a good match. It was 5 minutes long, so it wasn't like amazing.
Aye.
But it was totally fine for an opening match. I don't think many of the crowd knew who Martin Stone was.
That would make sense.
I think he was a late replacement for somebody else who dropped off the show. It's very low production quality.
Right, okay.
It makes me appreciate ICW's stuff a hell of a lot more than I already did, and I already appreciated it a lot.
Aye.
It makes you realise just how
you
well made that stuff is.
Some stuff in your lap. Even like what's the one that's like in the wrestler and it's CZW?
CZW.
Like that's pretty like low.
Aye.
And like loads of folk watch that, so
Aye. Next we had Team Tremendous against Errol Cooter and Jody Christopherson. I don't remember seeing this match. I think we got out the car or something and I missed it somehow. Sorry.
Oh well.
Then we had AR Fox versus Matt Cage.
Okay.
Matt Cage, I think, was making his Evolve debut. And they've got this new thing where wrestlers who are in Evolve recommend people to be in Evolve.
Right.
And that's how Matt Cage was there, because Yuha Nation recommended him.
Okay.
And just on a side note, this weekend Tommy End makes his Evolve debut.
Does he?
In California.
Oft?
In California,
In California.
AR Fox was awesome.
Wait, what, tonight then?
Like tonight or tomorrow or something.
Because I was seeing, you seen not going to be at the Barras?
No.
I seen like Mike Whiplash tweeting, suspect
Aye.
Aye.
Right, that'd be cool.
Aye.
AR Fox is a high flying guy, does some really cool shit. And Matt Cage was pretty awesome as well. This was build up for AR Fox versus PJ Black.
What?
PJ Black, formerly known as Justin Gabriel
Alright,
in
okay.
WWE.
Uh-huh.
Then we had Chris Hero defeating Drew Gulak. Both these guys were like, well, you've seen Chris Hero before, but Drew Gulak as well. They're like total technicians.
Aye.
So it was like 20 minutes of like chain wrestling.
Nice.
It was good, man. Chris Hero is not in as good shape as he once was, I have to say. Not that it's my place to judge anyone on that.
Falcon season.
Not that it's my place to judge anyone based on that, but
Aye.
man, he looks pretty different. But it was a great match. And then we had aforementioned PJ Black versus Caleb Conley. Both guys were awesome. And they've been building towards PJ Black and AR Fox, and also Biff Busick versus Chris Hero.
Alright, okay.
So those two sets of matches were like kind of build up for those two matches
Right.
that are going to be this weekend. Then it was Davey Richards and Anthony Nese. You might have seen Davey Richards now.
Don't think so.
He's in TNA. That was an awesome match, but it was way too long. It was 21.5 minutes,
Fuck's sake.
which is longer by 15 seconds than the cage match main event. So
Alright.
it was good, but it was too
Maybe
long.
I mean, you never know. Like, I mean, I get told that they had to stretch it or.
Aye, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. It was good, but it was way too long.
Aye.
And then we had Roderick Strong versus Drew Galloway in a cage match.
What?
In the most haggled looking shitty cage I've ever seen. It was like hanging off the ring and shit. They tried to make it out as if it was on purpose. Nope. And like this was a live like internet pay-per-view.
Right.
Apparently it took them like 57 minutes to build the cage. So they just went to intermission for 57 minutes
Holy shit.
and built the cage.
Fucking hell.
So it was a great match though. And Roderick Strong won by referee stoppage because like you didn't win by escaping the cage.
Aye.
So Drew got like put, his like feet were on the floor, on the actual floor,
Right.
and then he was stood up between the ring and the cage, and then Roderick Strong was just running off the ropes and kicking him in the head into the cage just over and over and over again until the ref stopped it, and it was amazing.
Cool.
Great match. So I watched that.
Is that like how they done it so that Drew doesn't lose his belts? Because he was like, was that not he was putting his belts up?
It was a non-title match.
Alright, okay.
I've not really paid attention to the story. I don't know why it
That
wasn't
must
a
have
title
been,
match.
that must have been something else then that I'm thinking about.
So NXT was on this week. NXT's on every week.
It is. But I watched it this week.
You watched it this week. Did you approve of it?
Aye, it was good.
Was this the first time you'd ever watched regular NXT and not like a takeover show?
Probably.
It was weird this week because it was only 2 matches and loads of weird video, like just not weird, sorry, just loads of video packages.
Aye.
So it was a bit strange.
Aye.
But it was good. Both matches were good.
Aye.
Sasha Banks kind of makes people look bad when they're not as good as her, which is kind of a shame.
Aye.
Because
I quite liked Alexa Bliss.
aye, she was good, but there was just some points where she kind of, I don't know if you picked up on that, where it just was a bit like she wasn't quite as good as Sasha Banks.
Right.
And you really enjoyed Kevin Owens and Finn Balor.
I did. It was good.
Aye,
Aye.
that was taped ages ago,
Aye.
like a month and a half maybe, something like that. It was like right after the last takeover, I think.
Alright, okay. I really liked it. It was good.
Aye, it was great, just as good as you'd expect.
Aye.
I seen Triple H tweet like, watch NXT tonight because then years from now you'll be able to say you saw it the first time.
Aye.
So I think they're banking on those guys a fair amount.
Probably. Which makes it strange that they're not going to neither of them are going to WrestleMania.
I think it's the bigger picture here.
Aye.
I think the thought is that they don't need it.
Aye, I guess aye.
So what you're referencing there is the Access, which looks pretty cool.
What is
I
that,
think
like a
it's like
like a con?
it's basically like Comic Con but WWE.
Right, okay.
And like this year they've got the entire Elimination Chamber built in it, and you can go in.
Holy fuck.
which is pretty crazy. And it's just all signings, and I mind years ago, I don't know if they still do it, they did stuff where like you could commentate a taped match with Michael Cole,
That's really cool.
like with him in person and all this, and just loads of like cool, weird, like funky stuff.
Aye.
And as part of that, now for the last 2 years, maybe 3 years, I'm not sure, they've had NXT doing stuff at it, and this year they had a tournament, 4-man tournament, which happened yesterday, which was Thursday the 26th, which was Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Tyler Breeze and Adrian Neville
Yes.
against each other, and whoever won gets put in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's a cool idea.
Aye, it is.
I just assumed Adrian Neville was going to win it, and then that would just be him on like Raw now.
Aye.
But Hideo Itami won it, which
There you go.
I know. People have been kind of saying he's struggled a bit in NXT, but every match I've seen he's been great.
Aye.
So I can't say I agree.
Maybe he doesn't have a lot of fans though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something.
Maybe that's part of the move to put him on Mania, is that in Japan he's like massive,
Aye.
so they might get more
Reviews.
buys and that.
Aye.
The final was Finn Balor and Itami.
Right.
I doubt we'll ever get to see the matches. Maybe
Aye.
we will. I don't know.
They might go up on the network
Aye.
if they kind of. I don't know. I don't know.
Because that, see the NXT last week, that was like taped from the Arnold Sports Festival in Cleveland.
Aye.
So, and that wasn't originally kind of advertised as a TV taping, and then they just taped it and it was an episode, so who knows at the end of the day.
Aye, they might tape that stuff for archive purposes, like anyway. So they
Aye.
might just like have it.
I did see that that's the Battle Royal being put in the pre-show now,
Alright.
so I'm guessing we're in for some longer matches. I think they'd kind of timed out the show and realised they didn't actually have space.
Aye.
So, and that's 4 hours,
Oh, fuck's sake.
so it's going to be... I think we're in for some show. I really do. I've definitely got my hopes up this year. I think
Aye.
it's going to be a good one. I doubt Itami will win the Battle Royal, but and I don't know where that leaves him as far as being on the main roster. Time will tell.
Aye, and this really is just like a
Advert.
Aye, like a
Aye.
aye, like
And
because like if they're gonna move him there, it would make more sense that it would be Adrian Neville
aye.
because he's been there like in
Yeah.
one and
And what was I going to say? I forget. Can't have been that interesting. So on to previewing the weekend's festivities that we are going to enjoy.
Yep.
There's Ring of Honor on Friday, which I'm really looking forward to, but won't get to see that until
later.
after the fact. So we'll probably talk about that at some point.
Aye, maybe not even the next.
Maybe
Not even
I don't
Monday's
know.
show.
We'll figure something out.
Aye.
So on Sunday we are going to sunny Glasgow,
Where?
to the Barrowlands for ICW BARRAMANIA,
Yes.
where they're announcing the Fear and Loathing destination before it,
There.
and I've got no idea what that's going to entail. Who knows?
It's like in George Square outside or something. That'd be mental.
I don't know. I really have no idea. Because I don't know why if they do an event just to announce they're doing the Barras again.
Aye.
But
The
like-
only way that makes sense is if they're doing something, some big story
Aye.
thing.
And like the next jump from the Barras is
There's like nothing. There's like nothing.
like
Like
Brayhead.
I guess
There's
Brayhead.
like
Aye.
thousands and thousands.
Brayhead, and then like the SECC and the Hydro.
Aye.
I like the next.
So it's pretty. I don't know.
Do you even know like what the smallest hall is in the SECC? If you can like block, if you like
I
block
think
out.
it's like 4,000 maybe. Maybe 3,000, 4,000, something like that.
They could maybe.
Is that nowhere that Mind That You Meet at 6 gig years ago? It was in the smaller hall. I
Was
think that's where that was.
I thought they just opened the full thing up for gigs, like all it.
No, because we seen them twice, and one of the times it was in the bigger hall.
Aye, the
One of
first
the
time
times
was
it was in the weird hall, I think.
supporting Paramore.
Aye.
That was probably the weird one.
Aye, No, that was the big one, because
Was
that
it?
was like 10,000 folk at that.
Because the one we went to see was a third album tour, and that was like a big.
Aye, I've seen somebody in there then,
Aye.
somewhere in the Weir Hall for sure. I don't know
I
who.
remember at Blink we had to go in the back to go in. I don't know.
No,
if that was,
no, like I definitely have been in the smaller hall and seen
Aye.
something. I don't know what.
I
but-
think Comic Con was in the smaller hall.
Aye,
Still pretty big.
aye. Who knows? Who knows? At the end of the day,
Right. We can only speculate.
aye, it's cool. Like
Aye.
I'll go.
I want to see them. I still want to see them do more stuff with Red Lightning. He's like no enough.
Aye,
Like,
well,
you
he's
know,
kind of comes
even-
out like every show, and he only started doing his thing really in January. So
I know, but
there's only a certain amount that they can do.
just fucking have him. No. I feel like they should have him. See, have him kind of like against. I don't know what they're doing with like him and Noam Dar,
Aye,
because he just fucking hates Noam Dar.
I'm against them though.
Maybe I eventually,
I don't know.
but they should do it with like one of the. They should be doing it with like one of the originals,
Aye,
because he was like the original.
aye.
It's like someone he hates.
I don't know. Like I'd just have Noam Dar win everything. So
Aye.
there's like a few guys in ICW that
Oh, man, that's
I'd be alright if they just never lost ever again. So like, everybody has their guys, you know what I mean?
I'm moving because
So-
my arse cheeks are.
Go into the
Aye.
the cushion chair, move the recorder here. Aye. So who knows where that's going? So
Because that's, if I was thinking like it was going to be a story thing at that press conference, I feel like it would probably be something like business related. So maybe
Aye.
to do with him. Toll could just come out and be like, "I'm fucking going to kill you,"
aye.
or something. I don't know.
Who knows? So at the moment there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches announced. I think it was 8 last time, wasn't
Sure, I don't know.
it? I think so. It was the mixed tag, the 4-way for the 0G, the tag titles, Grado Shah Samuels, the main event, the last man standing match, Joe Coffey and Noam Dar,
Right.
and
then
the NAK Sumerian Death Squad,
right, okay.
which is 8. So,
So unless they do something like really
Well,
big,
see the thing, there's no 0G title match.
unless they're doing 6 matches, so it'll finish early and folk can go home and watch Mania.
That would be nice. It definitely would be nice, but who knows, you know. I think we figured out we'll get back up the
For
road
the main show?
For the main show. Probably get in the houses, they sing the national anthem and do, like, have planes fly over and shit. They do that.
Aye.
That's a thing. So gonna miss my main duo, Cesaro and Kid, steal the show, but
Oh well.
you can't win them all. You know what I mean?
Just put that on with the volume down while you're watching the main show.
Aye.
On 2 screens.
So, but see, the thing is, there's no tag title match, obviously, because Jackie Polo's wrestling Lionheart and Mark Coffey's been announced in a match against
Right.
Stevie Boy. So that means there's no tag title match. It's been defended tomorrow night in Newcastle against Kenny Williams and Joe
Hendry.
Joe Hendry. Sorry,
Local hero.
local hero, Russian hero. And there's no 0G
Right.
either
Aye.
at all.
Uh-huh.
And I doubt they're going to do a show in the Barras with no Kenny Williams. And especially now, like how popular he is, you know. So we've got no Wolfgang, no Kenny Williams, no 55,
Hmm.
no,
they
Joe,
might-
no Joe Hendry, no Noam Dar.
They might announce them tomorrow at that press
Aye.
conference.
Nah, who knows? So
So-
I think there will at least be another match, I'd guess. You know.
It's just that thing though, where it's like this is them rounding out their tour. So if there was folk that are like,
No, it's not.
is it not?
No, no, no. It finishes in like May.
Well, like
In
they're
Glasgow.
like midway through their tour or whatever. Then
Aye.
so like if there were folk that didn't want to or couldn't wrestle tonight,
Aye.
it would like make sense that like they couldn't.
Yeah, who knows? At the end of the day, again, like we're speculating what will be announced
Aye.
and stuff. Like,
I would like to see Kenny Williams.
oh, of course, like,
I think I've been to one where he's not been since like Fear and Loathing. I think I've been to one where he's not been at it.
aye,
It was at Brush or Goose because that's when Dark came out and was like talking but wasn't fighting.
Aye, and
then
there was,
he was at the
it was like a
Square
4-way match or something.
Aye. And he
Paul
was at
London nearly killed himself
Aye.
like 3 times. I remember that. And then he was at the Square Go. Aye, I don't know.
Aye.
Who knows? Aye, that'll be. And as always, I'd assume there'll be some kind of surprises and cool shit going on.
Aye, probably. I'd assume.
So first off, we have Mark Coffey and Stevie Boy. It's a good matchup. That'll be a good match.
Aye.
Be Mark Coffey throwing Stevie Boy about and Stevie Boy doing jumpy things.
Aye, jumping off things.
There's Layla Rose and Carmel in a loser leaves ICW match.
Oofed.
That'll be good.
Aye.
And the really cool thing is that with Friday Night Fight Club, you get actual build, like proper build.
Aye.
And they'll always have built up to big matches, but it's a lot easier to access if you're not there and stuff now, which means you can really get invested.
Aye.
And stuff. So that's going to be awesome. Renfrew and Divers.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
I know.
It's gonna be so good.
I feel like I should wear like a hazmat suit so I don't just get blood all over me.
I'm gonna write one myself. Get my t-shirt off.
We've got Mikey Whiplash and Lewis Girvin with possible foul play coming into that, maybe with this
fully assume
with this video package stuff that's going on.
It was purely like, oh man, who's it going to be? But then like then the video had the lizard.
Aye.
You're just like, well, I wonder who it could be. Unless it's just fucking.
They like the surprises. You know what I mean?
Aye, unless it's like someone pretending that it's Jack Jester.
Shane O'Mac. Here comes the money.
Fucking Grado or something.
I know Grado in this either. So.
Aye. Is he was in Canada, but when was that? He was in Canada doing like a bunch of shows. I don't know when that was.
No idea. So then we've got Lionheart Jackie Polo.
Yep.
If Lionheart doesn't win that, I'm gonna be not pleased, I'd say.
I'll be fucking raging because Jackie Polo's a rat bastard.
And Joe Coffey, Drew Galloway.
That'll be good.
I really want Joe Coffey to win decisively.
That'd be really good.
So, what are you thinking? What's your thoughts? What's your in-depth, laser-guided debate and comment on this? What are you excited for? What are you not excited for? What are you expecting? What would you like to see? Blah blah blah. Words.
I'm excited for pretty much most of it. I wasn't really impressed with Layla Rose and Carmel on the last Friday Night Fight Club. I thought it was kind of boring.
It was just all story, but wasn't it? So
they did fight. They did have a match though.
Aye, but again, it was just all. It's like it was all like.
I really like Carmel, but Layla Rose is alright, but I can't say her name.
I think it was like all composition. You know what I mean? It wasn't really a match.
Aye.
It was kind of like a. You get me? Like.
Aye. I don't think I've seen Mark Coffey fight in a match that wasn't a tag team. So.
Not in person, I haven't, but done like because we never were really in the position to get to the shows until Fear and Loathing in November.
Aye.
So like I had some DVDs at the house and stuff, and we've watched those, and it was like singles competitor, and those.
I don't remember.
Him and Prince Devitt, son.
Aye.
So I'm looking forward to Mark Coffey, Stevie Boy. I think that'll be great.
Aye.
To be honest, I'm looking forward to all of them. I've liked what I've seen of Lewis Girvin as well. He's really good.
I'm just looking forward to it because I've not been to one in a while. So.
Aye. It's a bit like the kind of two. Well, no, actually, I was about to say it's a bit of a less like stacked show than last time at the Barras, but those like 3 top matches there. Of like the championship match, Lionheart, Jackie Polo, and Renfrew Divers.
For like a while as well.
Are like that's fucking amazing.
Aye.
So I'll stop talking my bullshit. Aye, it's a really diverse lineup.
Aye. Indeed.
I tend to keep I tend to check the event page for it to see about new matches because that seems to be like where it breaks. They'll like put a photo on that event and then they'll tweet it and then it'll be on shit.
Aye.
So you'll probably see there first. There's so many different ways they can go with each match that it's going to be pretty
Aye.
It's a great thing about ICW really is like you look at WrestleMania and it's quite, not that like there will be surprises and we're not fucking geniuses, like we're not they folk that think they can everything, but
Aye.
it's like you can kind of feel it out a bit more and kind of know what to expect a bit more.
Aye.
You know what I mean? With this, with ICW, you're just like,
You
fuck
just, like,
knows.
fucking, I don't
That's
know.
why you're going. You know, 'cause
They're just like, I don't know. They might just like bring it. Mike might just set himself on fire.
might come out in a body bag. Like,
Aye.
getting-
They're like, aye.
you know what I mean? It's
And you just accept it. You're just like, aye, obviously, of course.
so aye, that's on Sunday. We're gonna record another one of these like during the week next week, maybe
Aye.
Monday, just whenever
It's like a post show.
whenever we can get it done.
Aye.
Maybe just wait till we can get our hands on Ring of Honor
Aye. And watch that
and
as
watch that, and then watch that, and then just come record this
well. Aye.
or something. Figure something out.
Of course.
So WrestleMania,
Yes. The WrestleMania.
the WrestleMania. I get
WrestleMania.
ridiculously excited for this every year.
This is the first one I'll watch.
They could put a shit in a
Live.
bag and have it wrestle John Cena, and I'd probably still get excited.
And
I
John
don't-
Cena would like still win.
Aye, it's just like it's so ingrained in me now at this point, where like, I guess the first one I saw when it happened was that comes through super clearly on the recorder. Anything metal, just like I don't know why, I'm not smart enough, but I'd guess 1999, WrestleMania 15. I don't really remember very well watching it when it happened, but I'd assume I probably saw that one. The first one I remember really well seeing as it happened was 17, which was the three-way TLC match where Edge speared Jeff Hardy off of like holding the belt
Nice.
and shit like that. I remember
Fuck,
that
sorry.
really well. So, how long is that? For 1999? 16 years? Is that right?
That's correct.
16 years. So 16 years of getting excited at this time of year every year. Just kind of, don't know, man. It's never really going to go away, I don't think.
Nah,
And now you've got it, you're stuck.
I'm in.
You'll be at like WrestleMania 50. You're like, oh man, I remember the first one I watched. Shit. And then I watched all the ones before it as well. Do you want to talk about that for a minute here?
Talk about later.
So, the kick-off show now consists of two. That's right. 2 matches.
Christ.
2 hours as well.
Two
It'll just be.
Sundays.
It's
Sundays.
that way, but well, like you've watched the kick-off shows and you don't really watch Raw and that,
Aye.
and it's probably pretty fucking like, helpful
Aye.
actually.
When like
All
when
the video packages for the matches and
when
shit.
a young comes up and it's just like, here's what happened in the last 3 months. It's like 4 things.
Aye.
I'm like, right, cool.
So, on the kick-off show, we've got a fatal 4-way tag team match for the tag team titles. I'm really gutted it's not in the pay-per-view, to be honest. It'd be a great way to start it, I think. But, you know, they've only got a certain amount of time and certain amount of matches and shit. So, we've got Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the tag team champions.
Oh, I just realised I don't have mixer for later.
Awesome. Great. I've got Citrus Tango.
I think that would go well with Jack Daniels. I've got beer as well.
So Tyson Kidd and Cesaro,
That'll be good.
I love them.
Aye.
They've got a new T-shirt out, and I don't know have any spare cash, so
What is it?
it's like Cesaro and then the Swiss flag, and then Kidd, and then the Canadian flag.
Alright, cool. I just think they should have Tyler Breeze and Tyson Kidd tag team. Because they're like, it's quite similar.
Aye.
It could be quite funny.
They're taking on the New Day,
New
which
Day!
according to Wikipedia is going to be Big E and Kofi Kingston,
Alright, okay.
versus Los Matadores,
Loved.
who are actually really good wrestlers,
Aye.
to be fair to them. I kind of cringed when I saw they were going to be part of this, but then like they've been wrestling more and they're actually like
Aye.
really good. So
Aye.
fair play. Versus the Usos.
Yes.
I also really like the Usos. I actually really like everybody in this match, so it's probably going to be pretty good.
Aye.
Like, I'd fully assume this will be really good.
Sounds alright.
Then we've got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
I was like burp, but
Having a medical emergency here. So confirmed for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal are as follows:
okay.
The Miz,
Here.
Curtis Axel,
There you
Ryback,
go. Ugh.
the Ryback, Fandango,
Yeah.
Adam Rose, Zack Ryder, woo woo woo, you know it. Jack Swagger,
Aye.
Titus O'Neil,
Okay.
Darren Young,
Yep.
The Big Show,
Right.
you know, The Big Show.
Is that because he comes out wearing the? He wears like the leotard, doesn't he? When he does it, like he wears the Andre the Giant. He done it last time, didn't he? The like one,
guess.
one strap.
I don't remember. I think that's like how he started, was wearing that
Aye.
back in like the 90s.
Because that's fucking his.
Kane, Corporate Kane,
Right.
Eric Rowan,
Okay.
Damien Mizdow,
Yep.
who should win it.
Yep.
Sin Cara,
Mhm.
who's been awesome in NXT.
Aye.
Goldust,
Sure.
Heath Slater, Mark Henry.
Okay.
In fact, he should win it. Mark Henry should win it. Mark Henry should win everything. Connor and Victor of the Ascension,
All right.
who I think should be in that tag match.
I don't think I've seen them fight in the main roster yet.
Royal Rumble.
Well, then the Royal Rumble.
The New Age Outlaws.
Oh, aye.
It's a start
Sure.
match.
Aye. Sorry.
They've been shafted.
Aye, they have.
There is always room for me for a big bruiser tag team that just batter folk. The APA did it.
Aye.
Loads of people have done it.
Aye.
I'm not saying they're as good as the APA,
Aye.
but like there totally is a place for that in my view.
Aye. No.
And I really like tag team wrestling, so I feel like they've had a bit of a raw deal,
Aye. Kind
and they kind of fucked them up with the
I don't know
shoulder pads and
why they
face paint and shit.
I hope just Triple H is about backstage like raging
Aye,
about
I
it,
don't
just
know.
like kicking up a stink somewhere.
To be fair though, if their kind of conversation was like, you guys can come up to the main roster if you wear this dumb bullshit,
Aye.
you'd be like, yep, cool,
I wonder.
see you there.
Like I fully assume NXT and WWE's creative team is like a separate
Yes, as
team.
Jimmy Jacobs from Ring of Honor starts with WWE soon
Aye.
at NXT as a writer. You'll have seen him.
Nice.
Do you know the Decade?
Yeah.
He's like the smaller, kind of with the kind of longer hair guy.
Right. Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
It's Jimmy Jacobs.
Cool.
He's leaving Ring of Honor to be a writer for WWE.
Oh yeah.
There's a vehicle.
There's a car.
There's a vehicle outside.
There's a motor mobile. I apologise.
And then also Hideo Itami, who won that tournament.
Aye. Yep. I like him.
It's cool, man. I don't mind a battle royal.
Aye. No, they're
I don't like when they're like, we're gonna do a battle royal for the world title on like SmackDown. Like what?
No, because the person
Except
that has
that-
it's going to win.
Except that one time they done it, where Kurt Angle came back and won. That was
Aye.
awesome.
Cool.
In like 2003 or something. Like 12 years ago.
Nah.
You do know battle royal, everyone starts at the same time.
Aye.
Yep.
Aye. Everyone's in the ring. Aye.
So the main card of WrestleMania
Yes.
consists of
Go.
7 matches. Starting, where will we start? I guess AJ Lee Page versus the Bella Twins in a tag match.
Aye.
And they've had AJ Lee and Page fighting and shit, so I don't know what's happening.
Aye.
I wonder,
Heel turn. Heel turn.
to be honest, like, I know it means that either AJ or Page wouldn't have been on WrestleMania, which would have been a shame, but I'd rather have just had a championship match, or just done a triple threat or
Aye.
fucking something, you know. And if they're really intent on giving like the divas more time on
Can I
air,
turn this off now? Or are you still?
I'm actually liking it, but
Aye, I'll
turn
do
it
that.
down if
It's
you
just
want.
making me yawn.
Turn it down if you want. That was the radiator, by the way,
Aye.
just in case that sounded
Was not-
fucked up.
Yeah.
I'd rather they just had a match if they're intent on giving them more time, which I'm all for.
Aye.
Like the best show in that last the best match on that last NXT show was the Fatal 4-Way match.
Aye.
And I've like went back and watched it again, all the matches, and it was fantastic.
Aye.
And if they want to give them more time, then
by all means,
give them more time. But
Aye.
I don't know if this is the way to do it, especially when someone in the match has the title
aye.
and it's WrestleMania. Like,
I don't know what they're like.
you know what I mean?
Because they'll know that folk want to see Paige and AJ Lee
Aye.
and the Bella Twins, so but we can only do one.
Aye.
So
I always find that Nikki Bella at least fucks one thing up a match.
aye.
And I know it, I always feel bad, right, slagging wrestlers, because we are in no way qualified to slag wrestlers.
But also we don't do their job.
Aye.
So
But like, there's always something, man.
aye.
Like,
What time is it? Just to check.
what time is it?
Aye,
It's 2:45
that's fine.
PM
Just in case Chris like.
on Friday, the 27th of March, and we are currently 36 minutes and a bit into recording this.
Cool.
I'd rather just had a
Like
had a title match.
Aye.
Wouldn't judge it now in case it's story stuff, because that's always the case. Is like
Aye.
a lot of the time with like pay-per-views when there's like weird finishes and stuff in matches.
Aye.
It's like I'm not going to be annoyed at that until after Raw in case it,
Like it becomes something. Aye.
like the Dean Ambrose Wade Barrett thing.
Aye. Aye.
It was a
Totally.
really dumb way to end that pay-per-view match, but
Aye,
then
it was.
it's blossomed into probably going to be the best pure quality wise
Aye.
without the spectacle, because some of these matches have the spectacle factor
Aye.
going on for sure. That'll probably be the best like
Match.
match. Yeah.
Aye.
I got the words out eventually. So I'm sure the tag match will be fine. I hope they get enough time to make it good.
I hope it's not just like 2 minutes. And all like
They
that.
are splitting 7 matches across 4 hours, so they're probably going to have a bit of time.
Aye.
So Orton and Rollins, I think that might start it.
Aye.
Give Rollins enough time to get back and get ready for
But,
possible other happenings
aye,
later
that
on the
would
night.
make sense.
Um,
That's how you might know if that opens.
aye,
you'd be
I
like,
feel like if Orton wins,
Aye.
then Rollins is probably going to cash in.
Aye. If he
Um,
wins some like mad like kind of like dirty way and he's like raging, and he's like oh.
well, I mean, if Orton wins,
Aye, that's what I mean. Sorry,
'Cause,
if
like-
Orton like kind of like fucks him over or something.
no, I
It's
don't,
just,
I don't think so,
yeah.
because like Orton's like the kind of good guy now. So like, but I feel like there would be no reason to have Rollins lose at WrestleMania.
Unless it was for that.
Aye.
I really hope he cashes in.
So that I'm trying not to get my hopes up, because like it like through sheer law of like the amount of days left,
Aye.
he probably won't, if you kind of think of it that way.
Aye.
You know what I mean? But it would
That'd be cool.
it would be amazing.
Aye.
There's not many firsts left in wrestling.
Mm.
No one's ever cashed in at WrestleMania,
Aye.
so
Aye, it'd be cool. I'd like that.
it would be incredible, man. And like that's a lot of that's because I'm such a
This
huge
is my first
Seth-
WrestleMania, so if we don't do something ridiculous, then they're fucked up.
like, just as a huge Seth Rollins fan, like,
Aye.
you know, I'm totally biased.
Mm.
Again, the same thing with like Noam Dar and ICW. Just Seth Rollins just fucking win everything. Give him every belt. Fuck everybody.
Zero
Like,
G and the ICW Championship and the heavyweight, and
just
Aye,
give
just
them
give 'em all.
everything.
I think in my WWE game, Seth Rollins might have like 2 belts.
Aye.
Just I'm like, yep.
So Orton and Rollins, that'll be great. Orton's great. Rollins is great.
Yep.
That'll be great.
Yep.
Then we have. There's no way of knowing what order all this shit's going to be in. Rusev and Cena. That last match was awesome, man. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Aye.
I think Cena will win here.
I
Probably
keep
makes
seeing
sense.
people talking about this like trailer they were putting up that was like Rusev and Cena like training. And apparently it was just like fucking Rocky. It's just like exactly
Oh,
like
really?
it.
I've not seen
Aye.
it. Need to check that out after this, maybe.
People were just like they just need like I don't know if it was Cena or if it was what one it was. I think it was Cena, and I thought like you just need like Rusev. There's like a bit in the Rocky 4 when it's like he's fighting Ivan Drago, the Russian guy, and he's like he's like Rocky's doing all this mad like sort of like training where he's like punching like cows hanging from
Aye.
hooks and like running up hills with like a plough on his back and all that. And then it cuts to like Ivan Drago and he's like doing all this mad like high tech stuff with scientists and all that and like punching bags that like measure his speed and all that.
Aye.
And someone was just like, they should just have like Rusev hooked up to like
Camel clutching like scientific equipment.
Aye.
With like an oxygen mask on.
Lana's still there.
Aye.
Just like in the background.
Seen I just doing that attitude adjustment to like car exhausts.
Aye. See that bit for The Incredibles for Mr. Incredibles lifting up the freight trains with the tunes, just that.
I loved that last match. Like those two.
Aye, no, they're really good.
Like I really enjoyed Fastlane because you had the thing of Sting, that was cool. I loved that Cesaro and Kid won the belts.
Aye.
And then the last two matches were really solid. So if Rusev wins by kicking John Cena in the dick real hard again, that'd be pretty funny. But aye, Cena will probably win.
Aye, it's WrestleMania, come on.
Yeah, I think they're going to give Rusev a big entrance. Apparently there was a casting call for people to play Russian soldiers.
Aye, that's really cool. I'll become a tank.
And there was also a casting call for people to play scarecrows. So that'll either be Wyatt or Sting, I'd guess. Or Taker, I guess. I don't know.
Taker, aye.
Aye, who knows?
Oh, that'll be terrifying.
I like country music Undertaker.
Aye.
Where they kind of play old Johnny Cash music and he like lives in a cabin.
Aye. Aye. No, that's sad. That's sad.
It's like, this guy isn't magic, he's just fucking crazy.
It's more,
wears this hat.
Aye, it's less like Supernatural, more just like Leatherface. I'm gonna like kill you.
This guy's super fucked up, you guys. Aye.
And that kind of makes him and Wyatt more similar as well. Yeah. Like more.
Which brings us to Undertaker Bray Wyatt. I can't wait for this, man. Like,
it's gonna be so good.
Wyatt's different class for the size he is, man.
Aye.
Honestly, like,
he's insane. He's half his just like the stuff that he does.
Undertaker's Undertaker.
Aye.
So I think the match will be great, if I'm honest. I know Lesnar hurt Undertaker last year, like for real, win the match.
Aye.
Gave him a super bad concussion and shit. So that kind of hindered their match.
Aye.
For sure. I think Wyatt will get a great match out. Well, like, Undertaker is a better wrestler than Bray Wyatt, but Undertaker is also old now.
Aye.
You know what I mean? He was like 50 the other day.
Aye.
So like, I think Wyatt will get a good match out of what Undertaker has left in the tank.
Totally.
And they'll probably have Taker retire next year in Texas.
I hope Wyatt wins. I think he will, but I really hope he does.
I think he really needs to. See, if I'm honest, like, at first I was like, no, Wyatt needs to win because it will just put him down if he loses. But nah,
as long as he like fucks Taker up a little bit,
he'll probably just absolutely fucking tank him and then get tombstoned and.
Aye, totally.
I can't wait for that. I can't. That might be the match I'm most looking forward to.
No, it's the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Then we've got Sting and Triple H.
Whooped.
Again, like, I think Triple H will get a good match out of what Sting has left in the tank.
Aye.
I think that's why it's not Taker and Sting. Is because, you know what I
Two
mean?
old guys.
Aye, like, they might do that next year.
Their combined age is over 100 years old.
If Sting sticks around, they might do that next year and have both of them retire, I guess.
That would be cool.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be a great match. So, who knows about that? But again, I think there's any way it will be a bad match.
Nah.
I think the spectacle alone will carry it, you know what I mean, in Triple H.
I shit myself every time I hear that.
Aye. I wish they'd used this WCW music. It was amazing.
Aye.
I'll show you it after this. I don't know, maybe rights and stuff. They couldn't get it.
I guess. If it was like an actual band that played that or something, maybe then. Like,
who knows? To be honest, I've not researched it or anything. But
okay.
We record this in a garage, so you hear everything outside. I'd guess Sting will win. I doubt they're bringing in Sting to lose. That'd be fucking stupid.
That would be dumb.
Like that. This match is basically so we can get that photo of Sting on the top rope with a bat at WrestleMania, like with his arms raised. You know what I mean? And I'm sure on the way to that we'll get a great match. To be honest, like, I've seen people being quite cynical about this, but it's fucking Triple H. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, the guy's incredible.
Did you read that thing I sent you about?
Yeah, I'd seen that like 3 weeks ago or something like that. Aye. He's having like a Terminator entrance.
Aye.
That would be cool.
Sure. See if it's just like.
That would be cool as long as it's not just like, here's a fucking trailer and Triple H has got like a robot head on.
Aye. See if it's just like. Dun, 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 dun,
Aye.
and he comes out and he's got a killer jacket on or something like that. Like.
Aye. That'd be cool. I like Triple H's big campy pantomime WrestleMania entrances.
The one he done at 30 was really cool.
Aye, when he comes out in the fucking Barbarian shit.
Aye.
It's awesome.
Do
you know the girls?
Aye, it was
Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss,
it was
and
in that,
Charlotte.
It was in that WWE 24.
Was that with aye.
If they could somehow do it where like Triple H comes out and they like somehow make like the ball of lightning.
Aye.
And he like appears and he's just like butt naked.
My ideal Sting entrance would just for like him to just be walking down the ramp.
Aye.
And just like darkness with a spotlight on him.
Aye. If
You know
Triple
what I
H
mean?
just appears like naked and walks up to someone, like demands their clothes for them,
Aye.
and battles them and then puts the clothes on. Is it like?
Aye.
Or,
Who
or
knows?
it's that, or he's gonna come in like a motorbike.
Aye. Who knows?
Or I don't know. Oh, that'd be so good, like if they do it right.
Aye.
But like it's for this new movie and no one really knows what that's about. So
Yeah.
I guess it just comes out with Arnold. It just comes out with Arnold. Like
Just Arnold wrestles instead.
Arnold's like his manager or like and he like, interferes in
I hope not.
that.
And then we've got the main event, which got exponentially more interesting over the last couple of days.
Aye.
Like, fuck it. That's the match I'm most looking forward to, the main event. Brock re-signed
Aye.
for 3 years. So, okay,
Aye, who knows what's gonna happen.
Sunday was the last match in this contract, so it was like, of course Reigns is going to win.
And then they're like, oh,
So, fuck knows, man.
Oh.
It's going to be crazy. Like, it's impossible to predict.
aye,
Really. Like,
aye. Because it can still work either way.
I'll tell you what I want,
Right,
right? And this is if Rollins doesn't cash in,
right.
because fuck that match if Rollins cashes in. I don't care what happens before it. But if he doesn't, I'd like to see a double turn. And it's hard to do.
Right.
But
Wait, what would that be?
have Reigns turn heel
Right,
and have Lesnar turn face
right.
over the course of the match.
Okay.
And have Heyman stab Brock in the back.
Right.
Because people fucking hate Roman Reigns, man.
Aye.
Like,
So if he was a bad
and
guy.
they all love
aye.
Lesnar. Just make it easy for everybody.
Aye.
You know what I mean? I like both of them, to be honest. I really like Roman Reigns as a good guy, but I think he'd be a fucking outstanding bad guy.
Aye, no,
Because
totally.
he can just be smarmy and be like, well, you hate me, so like, fuck all yous, I'm just going to
Aye,
batter
I'm just
everybody.
gonna, aye.
You know what I mean?
I'm just going to win everything for
Aye,
ages.
like,
Like, aye.
And what?
Aye.
And Lesnar just can do Lesnar stuff.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Lesnar daft.
I think they could totally pull that off.
Aye.
I think Lesnar will get a mammoth applause when he comes out at WrestleMania.
Probably, aye.
I think he'll be treated as the good guy.
Aye.
That's the so-called smart crowd, because people fly there from all over the world to go to WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And I always try so hard not to be like that, like, because you always read before big events and stuff like this might happen, that might happen, blah 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 blah. I switch it all off,
Aye.
and I just like embrace it as a fan.
Aye.
You know what I mean? There's like bits on like ICW recordings where I've got like my head in my hands at shit that's happened, because
Aye.
I'm just like in it, you know. So what do you think will happen? Well, what do you think will happen, and what do you want to happen? Because that might be two totally separate.
I'd fully
things.
assume that Lesnar will probably win.
Right.
I want Reigns to win.
Right?
But
Wow,
it just
okay.
it just makes sense that they like what I want to happen probably isn't going to happen because it's WWE.
What's like ideal for you then? What's the
I want
thing?
Reigns to win and Rollins to cash in.
Aye.
That's what I want to happen.
That'd be awesome. I'd love that.
If he doesn't cash in, then still they could have Lesnar. Like Lesnar's defeated, and then he just goes like Bush, and it's like him on a rampage for like the next year
Aye.
until the next Mania.
Aye.
Because either what they do is, like you said, is like they turn them face, or they just make them more evil.
Aye.
And
I don't know, man. It's like it's such a good main event now.
aye,
Not until a couple of days ago, but now it's like...
Because either they've renewed his contract and it's going to like throw folk off. You think that he's going to win now, or he just will win.
Aye.
So it's too hard to. I want Rollins to win. No, I want Reigns to win, but
I like to have a title match on every pay-per-view.
Aye.
And it kind of annoys me not having that.
Aye.
But who knows, to be honest. I think I'll be happy any outcome, really, because Lesnar's the big beast, you know what I mean? So it makes sense for him to keep winning, and Reigns, if he beats Lesnar, he's a made man, so to speak. So I think I'd be pretty alright with any outcome, really.
It's that thing where it's like, well, like, it doesn't really matter what happens, because it's what happens, you're stuck with it.
Aye.
Like, what they decide to do is what they decide to do. It's not really...
Yeah.
If it's a dumb decision, it's a dumb decision.
I just feel like if we knew at this point that Lesnar wasn't re-signing, you'd just be like, well, of course Reigns is going to win. Who cares?
Aye.
But now it's like, it's a total coin flip.
Totally. It's totally up there. Like anything could...
So I'm so excited for it, man. I have to say, like, they've got the kind of spectacle matches. They've got some gosh darned wrestling matches. They've got their big main event that's now totally 50-50.
Aye.
I'm sold.
Anything could happen.
Like, obviously we get the network now, but I'd have bought the pay-per-view for this, no bother.
Aye. Of course.
What time we at here? 52 minutes.
Aye.
My man. You get much else to natter about?
I seen that thing, just because I know we have people that listen to this are Scottish.
Yes.
And did you see that thing I put up this one at the stand in Glasgow on Monday?
Yes, I did.
Because I thought it seemed kind of cool.
I won't be able to get to that, unfortunately.
I can't afford to. It's only a $5, but even I can't afford to do it. But it's called We Are the Tag Team Champions, and it's in
they've done that before. That I think that's a thing that's.
This is like the ICW. This is like the ICW special, so it's all ICW wrestlers that are going to do it.
What is it? What's the
show? I don't know if it's like a kind of comedy Q&A thing.
Right.
The description describes it as a wrestling support group.
Right.
So I think it's like you go and you talk about. It's just like the people go and they talk about like their wrestling.
Yeah.
Like memories and stuff, but then also some of the people that there happen to be wrestlers.
Aye, that's cool.
It's hosted by Billy Kirkwood and another guy.
Yeah.
It seemed like a pretty cool thing.
Awesome.
So, go. This is not a paid sponsor. I just think it's a cool thing. So go.
No, I like
go check it out.
It might come across as kind of just plugging stuff sometimes, but I like to kind of give props to stuff I like.
Aye.
You know what I mean? There's been more matches announced for Super Card of Honor tonight.
Aye.
Yep.
I'll get this off now.
So there's that. I went down the rabbit hole.
Aye.
So last week, the main event of Lucha Underground, people were going batshit crazy for it.
Aye.
And I was like, you know what I should do? See, before next week's episode, I should watch every episode that's been on so far, which is a lot.
Yep. There's a fair few.
That show's amazing. Honestly, man.
I watched the first 3 episodes. It was really good. I just didn't.
It's so good, man. Like all my favourite guys are, well, for the most part, are like guys I'd never seen before.
Aye.
Like the way the stories are told is like cheesy, but in like the best way. It's like filmed like a movie.
Aye.
The matches are out of this world sometimes.
It's that thing where it's got its own.
It's different.
It stands alone on it.
There's
like
nothing like it.
Aye.
You know. And like.
And of course, like. It makes total sense. Why has no one done it before? Like, of course, we'll just film this wrestling show like it's a fucking real TV show. Like it's like that. In that that wrestling isn't wrestling shot. Max Landis says like this isn't a wrestling TV show. It's a TV show about wrestling.
Aye.
Like, well, what does that make Lucha Underground? Like a TV show about a TV show about wrestling. Like it is actually like a TV show about wrestlers. It's no. Here's this show that has wrestling, like man. It's.
And they always like it's really like serialised, like it ends on cliffhangers and stuff.
Because like when you watch Raw, it's like, aye, here's these stories, and then how they sort out these stories is they have wrestling matches.
Aye.
But in this, it's like, well, here's like the story about wrestlers.
Aye.
Like, it's weird. Like,
Aye, no, I get you. It's fucking awesome, man. And that match that everyone was going crazy about was just as good as they were.
what was that, the Prince Puma one?
No, actually, it was. Are you okay here?
I've got a fucking sore spot in my arm.
Just leave it.
No.
Just slap it.
No.
Slap you. The main event was Mil Muertes
Right, aye.
versus Phoenix.
Okay, I don't know who that Phoenix. I know who Umbertas is, but
I'd never seen both guys until like Lucha Underground. Till I watched Lucha Underground.
Aye.
I know for a fact that some of the people on it, like I'm pretty sure Mil Muertes isn't Mil Muertes anywhere else.
Right, okay.
He's just in Lucha Underground. Prince Puma's just Ricochet with a mask on. You know what I mean?
Aye.
There's a
They'll
bunch-
just have they'll have because of like the type of show it is and how it's done. They'll probably just have like their own
Aye.
characters.
But like a lot of the kind of Mexican guys that come up and stuff are like,
That's
they just like Phoenix, just as Phoenix
Aye.
and stuff. And Pentagon Junior, who's fucking awesome. It's like a wee luchador guy. He does like crazy flips and shit, but like all his like signature moves are just like pile drivers and like really brutal, gnarly looking stuff.
What Big Rick.
Big Rick, fucking
And that like
smokes his cigar.
second episode, whatever, just comes out and sits in the stairs and smokes a cigar and just watches the match. It's hilarious.
Big Rick. The only complaint I have for Lucha Underground is that the majority of the walkout music is fucking terrible. So bad. There's a guy called Cage who has the worst entrance music I've ever seen. Or heard, sorry.
Blue Demon Jr.
Aye. Blue Demon.
And Chavo Guerrero's in it obviously as well.
Chavo, Johnny Mundo, who's Johnny Nitro / John Morrison of WWE fame.
Son of Havoc, I like Son of
Son
Havoc.
of Havoc is Matt Cross. Or Matt Capitelli. He was
Right.
on Tough Enough.
Okay.
He's awesome. They like have him wrestle more.
Sexy Star.
Sexy Star. She is Sexy Star. Like in.
Just elsewhere.
Aye. I said to Willie, we'll be around at 3:30. It's 3:06 and he's asking where we are.
Just tell him what.
Might be about to be some crime done on this podcast.
Just tell him we're in the ring.
Aye, we're in the ring. So, trying to think who else. Hernandez from TNA
Right.
is in it. Alberto Del Rio. Or
Alberto Del Patron.
El Patron, mate.
Is it?
Yeah, he just wears a t-shirt now. I don't know why. He's not fat or anything. He just looks the same.
Maybe he just likes it.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me think here. I'm just trying to think of kind of like big names that are in it. There's constant talk of Rey Mysterio.
Like coming
Aye.
to it. Aye.
The thing is though that a bunch of it's taped and I'm avoiding the taping results, so he very well might have been on it.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Aye.
But they tape it quite
Such
far,
a, like,
quite
weird-
far in advance.
Such a weird thing. Because
It's perfectly executed.
the recorded parts are from like a TV show, and like the bits where they're wrestling in it's like watching a stage show.
Aye.
Like the guy, the fucking like the manager, the general manager will come out of the side door
Yes.
and just like give his dialogue,
Aye.
and then just go back in the
Aye.
door and just like, right, cool.
Show up with a briefcase of money.
Aye, just like, look at this money. You don't get to the money.
Aye. And they've done ladder matches, cage matches. They did Aztec Warfare, which was like a 20-man Royal Rumble,
Jesus
but like
Christ.
people were eliminated by pinfall,
Right, okay.
but people came out like a Royal Rumble,
All right.
which was pretty cool.
Aye.
Different enough. They had Grave Consequences this week. Or, well,
What was that? Putting someone in the...
no, last week.
Putting someone in a...
In a coffin.
Coffin?
Yep. That was their Buried Alive match, but it was the best gosh darned Buried Alive match.
Are they like, do you know if they're doing pay-per-views, or is it...
No, there's talk on the dirt sheets.
Okay.
Speech marks with my fingers. That they're thinking of doing a big show in like August, I think.
See, instead of doing
I
a
think it's just
pay-per-view...
going to be on telly.
See, instead of doing a pay-per-view, what if they just done a fucking movie?
Be so weird.
That'd be amazing.
Nah, I don't think so.
That'd be so
I
good.
they're just going to do a 3-hour show on the LA Network.
Right.
They'd probably try and get Rey Mysterio for that and stuff.
They should get... See, like now obviously LA Network's Robert Rodriguez's channel and he produces the show.
Yes.
But does he direct the first episode or anything like that? Or
Get no idea. Absolutely no idea. And the commentary's awesome. It's Matt Striker.
Aye.
You've only heard him on that New Japan show.
El Vampiro.
And Vampiro.
Aye.
Fuck. Canadian Vampiro who lived in Mexico forever, so just has a weird accent.
Aye.
He says dumb shit that makes no sense constantly, and I love it.
Aye.
Like, people complain about him, but like this isn't me being ironic. Like,
Aye.
I love it.
They just constantly talk about Eddie Guerrero every time Chavo's
Aye,
fighting.
and like
They're just like...
Vampiro says about when he wrestled, like, everybody's da.
Aye.
That's like ever on it.
He talks about fighting like the actual Blue Demon.
Aye.
And like you're just like, right, cool big man.
Aye, no, it's a fantastic product.
Aye, that's great.
It's so unique and like like I'd pay to like see it or whatever.
Aye.
Like if they did live events, or I don't know, as if they're gonna bring Lucha Underground to Scotland. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I'll
Like,
fucking go see it.
if we were there, I'd
They
go
go
to.
build an Aztec temple somewhere.
If we were over there, I'd go to tapings and stuff for sure. It's excellent.
It's just in LA, innit? It's like
Yeah,
on a lot somewhere. I assume.
I guess. So just before we go here, the full card is out for Ring of Honor.
Right.
We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man. I'd guess like that doesn't say elimination, so I guess it's just first pinfall wins. And it's Matt Sydal, who you liked a lot. Tommaso Ciampa,
Right.
who I like a lot. Moose,
Okay.
who's probably going to end up being pretty fucking amazing
Aye.
eventually. He's pretty good now, but I think he's got the attributes necessary to
Aye.
really be something. Cedric Alexander,
Okay.
who I'm a big fan of. In fact, no, is that? Aye. Nah, that's 5. Caprice Coleman, who was on Final Battle. I don't think you watched that, did you?
No, I didn't.
You should go back and watch that, it was good. And Andrew Everett, which I don't. I recognise the name, but I can't.
Aye, I feel like I've heard it, but I don't.
Aye. Then we have ACH
Right.
and Mark Briscoe. Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer.
Okay.
BJ Whitmer's the bald guy from the decade. They might play that into Jimmy Jacobs leaving. Who knows? Roderick Strong, Christopher Daniels, holy fuck.
Love.
I did not know that was going to be on, that would be awesome. Kazarian and Michael Elgin.
Right.
Red Dragon versus The Kingdom. Jay Lethal versus Jushin Thunder Liger. It's like a pure legend.
Right.
And Jay Briscoe, Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And again, on the dirt sheets, quotation marks with my fingers, apparently this is going to be Samoa Joe's like last appearance for Ring of Honor already, because he's going to NXT. But again,
Aye.
who knows? But that would be amazing. And Kevin Owens did challenge him to a match in a recent interview, so that would be kick-ass. Do you have any final words?
I have a couple things that I just
Excellent.
want to let the audience know.
Oh Jesus!
Can I ask you a question? 2 questions, Joe.
Right? Oh fuck! I don't know where this is going. I'll be honest.
After Sunday, what will be the total number of
Right.
WrestleManias?
Jesus, 31.
And how many days are in the month of July, Joe?
31.
That's all I have to say in the matter.
Stephen wants to watch a WrestleMania a day for
You
31
can
days.
take a swing at my ego.
So Stephen might do that. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Sweaty Mania's coming.
WrestleMania wasn't very good when it started, so I don't know, man. But aye, you could do that.
I have to do it. I told Dan Riker I was going to do it.
Okay, we'll be back at some point next week.
Yep.
This is going up tomorrow, isn't it? On
Aye.
the Saturday. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
We're in for a good weekend of wrestling, I think. Have
Have
fun.
to get past the night first. But
Don't text and drive.
don't
Don't watch 31 WrestleManias in a row. There you go. Thank you, goodbye.
see you later.